All right, let's get about 30 seconds, Noe.
You got it.
I gotta turn down my volume. You're already showing up. I can see you on YouTube, Noe. All right, let's get about. There's a little bit of a lag, so it's funny seeing yourself. All right, let's get started. Well, I wanted to start off by saying thanks to Noe Flores. He's joining us with STX, South Texas Running Chronicles, to preview our state meet coming up this weekend. Actually, there's some going on today, right? We had a couple of
Yes.
results from today. So looking forward to talking to you, celebrating you, and really going over all the Valley athletes, right? We have a lot of good athletes that are ready to compete. So first, I want to say thank you and welcome Noe Flores.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Well, I think what I wanted to do, if it's okay, is kind of talk about you, right? I think I love track and field. I was a shot putter, so when I was looking for content and looking for information on track, the algorithm took me to you. So I've been following and really was cool to see that you have a lot of the racing contract content and you have a lot of the information. So what I wanted to do, and it's something we kind of talked about already, is tell why did you start this? How did you start it? Where did it come from? And what's your passion and why do you do it?
Well, I have my daughter. She runs track, and I started this because I noticed how. The Valley is a big football town.
Yeah.
I love football. Every Friday night, me and my dad go to a football game. And right now, we have no dog in the fight. Like we used to have my nephews play for Memorial, and now we just literally go to any game. Game of the week, me and my dad are there. But what I noticed was cross country and track and field really weren't getting covered much. And if they do
Mhm.
get covered, they get covered towards towards their end of the season when it comes to like district or the regional meet, area meet, state meet. Now, when it's a football game, they cover it from day one. Like, hey, game of the week, anticipation, these guys against these guys. Let's see how it's gonna go. So I decided to start my own page on Facebook, and then I went into Instagram as well, and I started covering from the opening cross country meet to the very last cross country meet, and then the beginning of track and field to the very end, like we are now.
Right.
So I felt like these kids weren't getting the coverage that they deserve. So I decided to do that for them. And the page is growing. It's getting pretty big, and I'm proud of it. You know, these kids reach out. They send me their videos. They send me their pictures. Hey, sir, can you come to our meet over here? And can you interview me? And this and that. And I love it. And it's all for the kids, and it's going pretty good. I'm very proud to see how it's been progressing.
Well, you mentioned your daughter. What's her
Yes,
name?
sir.
What event that should she do? And talk a little bit about her.
My daughter's name is Sofia Flores. She happens to be, for the past 4 years, one of the fastest girls, if not the fastest girl in the valley. She's ranked in the all-time greatest list, number three of all time, and of 100-meter dash, and in the 200-meter dash, she's ranked number two all time in the all-time Valley's greatest list. She holds the freshman record on being on varsity, the fastest 100-meter time ever as a freshman on varsity
Ooh.
for the Valley. She ran a 12.05 at the regional meet, and then of course in the 200 as well. So she she's in Austin right now. They just got there, and she's going to compete at the state meet for the third year in a row.
Wow. Wow. Did she do track since she was young, or when did she start?
No, no. As a matter of fact, she was a great soccer player. It even kind of broke my heart, like when she quit soccer and went to track. And when she was playing soccer, and she was like 8 years old, but she was playing with the 10U. She was
Right.
12 years old. She was playing with the 16U. And I saw her on the field, and I'm like, "Man, she's faster than all these older girls. She must be soccer fast." Well, she outgrew the sport. She didn't like it anymore, and she's like, "Daddy, let me try track." So I was like, "Okay, summer track, let's do it." She got on the track, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is where she needs to be. She was
Yeah,
not only soccer fast, she was track fast, and then she just fell in love with it. From the very first race, she fell in love with it, and she's like, "Dad, like I really love this," and it became her passion. And she's one of the hardest workers I know. I mean, she's always putting in the work, and she lives, breathes, and eats track and field.
yeah, yeah. I think there isn't there a the girl from Tarleton. Wasn't she a former soccer player? I think so. She did
Yes,
really well in the indoors.
Victoria Cameron
Yeah,
from
yeah. She was a
Tarleton.
soccer player, right?
Hey, yes, and as a matter of fact, Victoria Cameron has sessions with my daughter online, like we are now at our
No
facility.
way.
Yeah, we'll get at Speed Engineer. My partner Jacob Molina, he's very great at what he does, and he's the one who makes these contacts. And she's amazing. Victoria Cameron is an amazing human being, and for her to take the time out of her busy schedule,
Yes.
she's the fastest track and field female runner in the NCAA at the moment.
Yeah, I watched her do the indoor meet, and man, she definitely has came and made a big impression on the scene. How about you, pops? Were you how what kind of athlete were you? Where did you go to school? And we got to
Yes,
give the pops some love. I know you're class of 2000, so what was your high school career like?
it was pretty good. I mean, I played football, soccer, basketball, baseball, but towards the end of my senior year, well, junior and senior year, I did the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash. At one point in time, I was the fastest man in the valley. I was the best long jumper in the valley from 1996 to 2000. I was a state champion in the TAF state circuit system. I went to state 3 years in a row in UIL. I had it was misfortunate for me when I competed in UIL due to the fact that right when it came to state meet time, I would get injured. I had this bum ankle that would keep on
Uh,
rolling, and it really hindered my performance when it came to UIL performance. I mean, I made it to the state meet, but I didn't get to jump the jumps I was doing in the summer track circuit, winning state and TAF.
let's drop those personal bests. What do we got? What are the stats looking like?
24 feet 6 inches.
Wait, 24.6 in the long jump?
Yes, sir. I
No
actually
way,
have.
Mr. Flores. You're kind of you're lowballing yourself, man. That's some real numbers right there.
I actually have the all-time Valley's greatest list here, and Mishak Rivas is up there too, man.
Yeah, Mishak was a good long jumper. Yeah, we
Yes,
interviewed him a couple months ago,
he was
and
a great
we were gonna try to get him on, but he's doing some training with Pure Speed Training, so
right
he
now.
wasn't able to join.
Actually, one of the guys on our list, we'll get to him. Angel Rodriguez. He's the Valley's all-time greatest long jumper. He
Yeah.
broke the record last year, and it's unfortunate for him this season. It hasn't been too great of a season for him. Just like what happened to me, he had an injury as well, so
Mm.
he's not jumping at his best. But he the kid's amazing. Like the sky's the limit for him. I think he should be pretty healed up for this state meet coming up tomorrow. So let's see how he does tomorrow.
Has he signed anywhere?
Oh yes, Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, that's he going to SFA. Okay.
Yes, he signed it. Stephen, he was stuck in between UTSA and Stephen F. Austin.
I think they also signed a kid from Los Fresnos, Resendis.
Um, yes, they did. He's a jumper as well, right?
Yeah, I believe he's a high jumper. He's
A
a high
high jumper.
jumper. So shout out to him. That's
Yes,
my
sir.
local school, Los Fresnos. So I try to track them some more on it. You mentioned something earlier, and I know we're going to get into all the athletes and going over who they are and what the chances for the meet. But speed engineer, you dropped that a little bit earlier. If you can talk about what that is, what it does, what you're doing, and how that really goes into the ecosystem in the valley for track and field.
Well, the way I got involved with Speed Engineer is I was training my daughter. I would
Mm,
train her in plyometrics and with her form. And you know how you can only go so much with your like me as a father. Training my daughter, like I felt like I was limited, like I had reached my peak or how can I say, my limit, because we would go train outdoors, and there's nothing wrong with training outdoors, like, but I felt like she needed a facility. I felt like she needed some additional training, maybe that I couldn't give her. I feel that she needed some recovery, and this
Mm,
is something very, very important in the valley, that it's starting to pick up, and this is what they do up north. The recovery is key up there.
yeah,
Red therapy, compression, hot and cold baths. In this place, Speed Engineer had all of that, all those tools that my daughter didn't have while we were just out there training, like at the parks or whatnot. So
right.
I went ahead and I contacted Jacob Molina from Speed Engineer, and he's like, sure, like, I would love to, like, help develop your daughter, but he kind of gave me some conditions. He's like, but you have to come with a you got to come with the package, because, I mean, we started talking and our philosophy and what we do and how we do it, like, it was matching, and he's like, you got to help, like, you got to join too, like, you got to give, classes as well, and help some of my kids out. And at first I was like, I had that bad attitude, raza mentality, in the sense I was like, I don't want to help any kids and help them get his, like, competition for my daughter. And then, overnight, I had like some kind of epiphany, and I was like, man, why am I being like that? Like, maybe I do have something to offer to these kids out there. And the next thing you know, I was in the lab with them. I was in the facility with them, and we were putting it together. And you know what? We've produced some of the fastest kids in the valley. Kenzie Ramirez, Rodriguez. Oh man, I hope I didn't. Um, she from Mercedes.
Yeah,
She busted on the scene like crazy in the sprints, and she actually ended up the fastest girl in the valley this year, above my daughter Sophia. In
yeah.
the regional meet, she ran an 11.94, and
Ooh, smoking.
that actually ties my daughter for number three all time. So, and then we had some other kids like uh, Cameron Mejia. She came out of nowhere and just came on the scene in the 400, 200, and the 800. And then Stormy Walker, he's a sophomore, going to be a junior in the 200 meters. He went from not being ranked in the top 10 to being ranked number three to number four to number two, moving up and down the ranks all throughout the whole
Ah,
season. Yeah, so I mean, the facility that my partner Jacob has, is it's an amazing facility because it's state of the art. We have great equipment, and we're able to do the stuff. We're able to do the training that these kids get up north, that really makes them stand out. So, and not only our facilities doing it, all these other facilities are starting to catch up as well. They're starting to see, do their homework, and they're starting to put in the work to where they're giving these kids the training that these kids up north get, and it's growing down here. It's growing.
yeah, I think that's when you know that we're taking the next step is when we start getting these training facilities out. I know football, we just had did one in RGV Line Academy. We have Act Athletics, Spark League, all these good, instrumental devices that are things that we need as a community to elevate the level of our kids to get them to the next level are starting to come up. And I think that's nothing but good news, right? The more access to the training we have, the access to coaches, people that have been there like you, right? That can go in there and be able to get people the right advice, the right knowledge is very, very important. Last thing on Speed Engineer, you got to how do we find it? Where is it at? And then a quick
Um,
shout out on address or how do we get to it?
you can look it up on Instagram, Speed Engineer, and you can also look it up on Facebook. It's located at the moment. We're in Edinburgh, off of Owasso, behind, right off the expressway, off of Owasso, right behind Rio Grande Steel.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, you can reach us. You can reach us through Instagram or Facebook, or
Okay.
you can message me on STX, and I'll the Running Chronicles, and I'll guide you in the right direction.
So STX Running Chronicles. That's what we're looking
Yep.
at for both Instagram and Facebook, correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. What I wanted to do now is you sent me some video of the regional meet. So I
Uh-huh.
wanted to go ahead and put that on the screen and talk about it a little bit. We won't get too much into specifics, but I want to get these athletes some, some content when it comes to seeing the different results. So if we can play that, we can take a look at it and talk a little bit about it. Hold on just a
Yes,
minute.
sir.
So I believe this is the 100 meters.
Yes, this should be Diego Torres from Los Fresnos. He's on the outside lane in lane 7, I believe, and he's moving. It was such a close race. That race was very exciting. Everybody in the crowd was cheering. It came down. This is Angel. That's for
Isabella?
Mercedes. Isabella. This is we got the relay team from McAllen High. That's Jackson. I believe this is the 4x4. Yes, this is the 4 by
Yeah,
4
that's the 4x4.
They got second place. Oh my gosh, these races, they were so exciting. Everybody in the crowd was just like on their feet, going off, like yelling. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the 4x4
you,
is always a fun one, right? You get
it,
it's the
it,
last,
it's
it's
the,
the last one of the meet.
it's the
Everybody's
last
ready.
one.
Everybody's running. Even at the local meets too. Everybody in the infield's running around. So I love the 4x4, and they ran, I believe, a 3:15, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh yeah, this
which is
one
a great
here.
time.
This is
Looks like a distance. This is McAllen distance, or is that a baton? I can't tell.
I think. Oh, this is the 4x4 for the girls, the Bulldogs, the
Oh,
Lady
yep,
Bulldogs.
there it is.
That is Vanessa Rocha, and they won. They made it in the 4x4 as well. They made it
Yeah,
in
well,
all three relays.
that's insane, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But to make it in all three relays, and they won regionals,
Oh,
right? I think that's back to back regional championships, I believe, for McAllen, isn't it?
it 3 times. This is a 3P. We'll go back to that. I'll explain to you how special that was. This is Jessica from Harlingen South.
Was
This
that the
one, I
800-meter
believe,
runner?
yes.
Okay.
This is this is what McAllen High on this one. He barely missed it. I mean, he's leading. Nathan Salinas from
Oh
Sherland comes
no!
in, and then McAllen High falls all the way back to third place, missing state by just that much right there.
And as you said, top two at the regional made it to state, right, with one wild card.
Yes, sir. Only top two make it. The third place person is sitting on deck as a wild card just in case somebody can attend or gets hurt or they pull out. This one right here, this is Sofia Flores in the 4x2. She
I
gets the
love the
baton.
socks.
Yeah. Oh, those are sleeve compressions for her shins.
Oh, okay.
They look they look like socks though. She's been battling with some injuries all season, so I was very impressed on how she was able to pull all the way from third to. She's barely peaking right now. Like right now, she's barely peaking. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the 4x2 they got first,
Okay.
and then let me see this next race coming up. Um, okay, that's
I
Sophia and
sprinkled the
Kinsey. That's
pictures
it.
in as we
Yeah,
go. This looks like
that was
another four
Sophia.
by four.
No, this is the 4x2. That
Okay,
is
4x2 men.
look,
Oh,
McAllen is in
women.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
women. McAllen's in there. That's Eklund Vaden. She's standing her ground. I mean, these girls at regional, they're. If you win regionals in most states, it's like if you win the state meet. That's how competitive track and field is
Texas.
in Texas. Yeah, and
Absolutely.
this is the one we just saw right now. Actually, I think this was a repeat. I accidentally put it in there, but
Oh,
there
that's
goes
okay.
Sophia. Yeah, there goes Sophia again, making up ground and tearing it up, man. Tearing that track up. I mean, right now she's peaking. I wish she was in this form a little bit earlier in the season, but unfortunately, she was dealing with some injuries, a bad hip injury that she was able to recover from. She missed the first 5 weeks of the season actually, so that was big. She was playing catch up on speed endurance, and there's Angel again. Um, this right here is the kid from Sherilyn. Oh my gosh, he was gonna get into state no matter what in second place, but fortunately, unfortunately, the kid at the very end falls,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was able to get. He was gonna get the second place spot anyways, but he was able to snatch that first. I mean, in the hurdles, you got to be perfect, man. Like as you see that young kid, Isabella Parker, in the high jump right there, and this is
Ooh wee.
Which one
What
is this
form?
one?
This is a women's hurdles. Look like
Oh yeah,
McAllen.
yeah. This is no. That was I think Kamal Piper, but that was Isabella Parker though. Isabella Parker. This is the girls' regional meet championship. Okay, here's the 4x1. Once again, Sophia gets it from behind,
Yeah, she's in
and
third place right there.
yep, and she just goes off like a rocket, man. And
Ooh,
she
nice.
tackles her at. You know what? Last year she did something similar, but she made it more ground, and the video got about 2.2 million views on social media. I was
Whoa.
yeah, it came out. A lot of people were featuring that video. Here we got which one's this one?
Distance? Looks like
Oh,
distance.
yeah, this is the kid from Westlaco East. He comes from the very end. You can
Oh,
see him
yeah.
on the outside making up ground, and everybody was cheering just that close. Look how close he edges them out at the very end to make it to state. I mean, that's pure heart right
Uh,
there, man. You gotta give it up to that kid from Westlaco East. Jack from McAllen High, I think, came in fourth. Um, yeah.
I took
Oh,
out the audio, but I heard you guys screaming Westlaco, Westlaco.
yeah.
It seemed pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, and there's some more pictures. There we go. We got Wesco East. Oh, here we go. Jessica from Harlingen South. She makes up some ground and gets into the number 2 position, and she cruises it. She just cruises it. As a matter of fact, I think they lapped that girl. That's how fast they were going.
Whoa.
Yeah, that girl was in last place, I believe. But still, like for her to come in comfortably in second place like that, that's amazing.
See what
Let's
else
see.
we got.
Okay, we got Jessica Simpson from McKenna High coming in third. That was her coming in third. Oh, not third. I think it was fourth. I'm not too sure. Yeah. And then the girl from Lobos, Palmview, and then the girl
Hmm.
from Sheridan, Sophia Loren. This is all one the same race, but I just featured the Valley
Oh,
people
okay.
on there.
I
That
got
way
it.
to, like, give them their little highlights. There we go. Westico East, the Nava brother. Sophia and Kenzie, the two fastest girls in the Valley. And then I think we've already seen these again. Yeah. Yeah, that's Jessica from Harlingen South.
Oh, yeah, it's a double.
Yeah, that's the one we just saw.
I think it's almost over.
Yeah, no. Um, but yeah, it was very exciting. I love regionals, man, and the state meet is just it's even better.
I know,
um,
man. I wish I can go. That would be great. What time do the events start tomorrow?
the first running event of the evening is going to be the 4x1, and it's going to start at 5 o'clock.
Okay, good to know. And is there anywhere we can stream it?
um, flow flow track, mouse split, and flow track. But you might have to purchase it.
Yeah, I think so. It's behind a paywall.
Yeah, it's on flow track. There's Sophia again, running in the rain. Yeah, the first day of the first day of regionals, which was Fridays, the preliminaries, the weather was disgusting. I feel bad for these kids.
Yeah,
They
that was
were
a bad
running
day.
they were running in 51-degree weather, and it was raining. They were out there shivering. Like it was bad. It really affected some performances, and I think it took a lot out of them because the times were a lot better in the prelims and versus the finals. Sometimes, I mean, it's hard, when you do a 2-day meet, the kids they get tired, and the finals, the times are just as good or as good as the day before because I mean, you're running back to back, you're exerting
Yeah.
yourself, and so but adding the weather to it, like it was terrible. My daughter told me she was out there, she was shivering, so her
Yeah.
muscles were just contracting, and she's like, oh my gosh, dad, I thought my IT band was going to pop out of my leg.
Yeah, I talked to Noah Huerta on Sunday after regionals, and I asked him about that, and he said, "Yeah, it was a little different because one, they had the rain delay, right, and then two, they're competing on multiple days, which as a high school athlete, you don't get too much experience with that, right? Because you usually just do one day of competition. So
Yeah.
that's something that in college, when they do go to college, that happens more often, where they have 2 days, maybe a prelim on a
Oh,
Saturday, final on a Sunday, or something like that. So
well,
very much more common in college.
Yes, well, that's what the meet of champs here in the valley. That's what it serves. It helps get you ready for regionals and district because you have the 2 day meet. You know, you
Yeah.
got to do the prelims and then you have to do the finals the very next day.
I'm going to go to my first question, if that's okay. Obviously, we want everybody from the Valley to win state, but who do you think has the biggest chance to do it, and who do you think has the marks going into it to have a legitimate shot on it? And all of them, I want to, but who would you like to talk about on that area?
Okay, the realistic real chance, and that to be firing on all cylinders. It's gonna have to go to a field event with Angel Rodriguez. Um, Angel, he has a great chance. If he's healthy right now, he'll probably medal. That'll be good for him. He would have the best chance to medal. But in every single one of these events, I was looking at the times, and it's going to be hard. It's an uphill battle. But the fact that they're there competing, um, we are Region 4.
Okay.
Region 4 and Region 1 are pretty much the same. Region 4 this year has better numbers than Region 1, but
Mm.
Region 2 and Region 3 are the toughest. That's your Dallas, Houston,
I'm gonna say
Fort Worth.
Houston and Dallas. Yeah.
That's Houston, Katy, Dallas, Fort Worth. I mean, those people right there are what I talked about earlier, like the kind of training they get and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be an uphill battle, but it could be done. I think Angel long jumper has the best chance at the moment. That's
I
just
have
my
him, and
honest
I
opinion.
believe this is correct. I have him coming in as the number 2 seed in the
Yes,
5A long jump, right? So we have the top qualifier, Bryce Turner from A&M Consolidated, 25-2. And then I
yes,
have Angel coming in at 24-11. So, I mean, you're
yes.
right there, right? One good jump, one bad day. The third qualifier is 24-5. So there's going to be a real big competition at the top to be able to see who's having their best day with Bryce and Angel and Jordan Davis, it looks like. So that's pretty exciting. Is there anybody else that you see? I know that I looked at this, and
I
Anthony
think
Morales seems to have a pretty good qualifying
An-
time.
Anthony Morales ran today, and if I'm not mistaken, he either came in fourth or fifth in
Okay,
state. He already competed. So
that's enough.
yes, he either came in fourth or fifth. Him and his brother Anthony and Armando.
Armando.
Um, yes, either one of those came in fourth and fifth in the event. So they
Mm,
competed, and that's great, man. To say you're number 4 or number 5 in the whole state of Texas, oh my
it's
gosh!
crazy.
If you
Well, now
say
now I get to talk about myself a little bit because I was number 4 in California
ooh,
in high
there
school,
we
so I was
go.
able to do that, and I still talk about that, right? Because California is
Oh,
a big track at program.
when
So
when
to
you say
say
the
that you
fact,
come in fourth, I wear that with the
yeah.
badge of honor,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And in California, there's no 5A, 4A. There was none of that. It was one open division with all of
oh
them in
yeah,
California. It's not like that when I was not. This is 1998. I mean, I'm old, right?
oh
I don't know if they
yeah.
still do it that way, but yeah, it's a big accomplishment just to get there and to get in the top 8.
That's
This is a big
crazy.
accomplishment, huge
Yeah.
accomplishment.
When somebody says track and field, who's the best in track and field? You think of California, you think of Texas, you think of Florida. Those are
Those
the
are the
three
three,
states. Those are the big three right there.
absolutely. How about who do you think of somebody that maybe has like maybe a dark horse from the valley that is looking to show out and be able to surprise some people?
Nathan Salinas from Sheridan High in 1600 meters. I think he can possibly pull it off. He has a good
4:17 is
plan.
what it looks like.
Yeah, and that's not even his best time going in.
Mm.
He has
So
a
that
he
was the
has a
regional
better.
time, maybe?
It might be the regional time, or it might
Okay.
be his best time. It's just his kick at the end. As we saw in the video, his kick at the end, he doesn't start his kick till the last 50 meters. So it
Mm.
looks like everybody's passing him, and all of a sudden he gets this burst of energy and he just makes up ground. So I think that could be used to his advantage if he pushes that, just like in Fast and the Furious. If he pushes that nitro button at the right time, I
Yeah.
think he'll be, I think he'll be able to execute and medal.
And there's a fine line, right? Because if you start your kick too early, your
Yes,
legs are gone. You're,
and
you're
in that same video, the kid from McAllen High, he started his
yeah.
kick at the 120-meter mark. If he just would have stayed with them and kicked at the same time as Nathan, they would have gone in first and second right there. That one kid caught him from behind because he kicked too early.
I also had written down Alexander Nava from Let's Go East. Is that who you're talking about?
Oh,
Sophomore? Is that true?
Alexander Nava, he's a good. He's very good. He's a sophomore. He
Yeah.
could be. He might as well be the other dark horse, and they're just lurking, ready to explode. And the thing about this is he's already won. Nathan has already won because he's going to gain so much experience at the state meet as a sophomore. So he's going to
Yeah.
come out of this. He's going to come out of this hungry. He's going to know what to expect the next season, and if he puts in the work, he's going to be somebody. He's going to be somebody special.
Yeah, that's the future right there. If you got a sophomore already making noise, and you got Zyla Lopez Castillo, freshman in the high
Yeah.
jump, is also somebody that's young that is going to put some things together in the next couple years to look for, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. Anybody else as far as that you see that might have some potential to open up some eyes?
Let me see. Diego. We got Diego Angel, Isabella in the high jump. How does Isabella look going in? I don't have my phone. I'm on the phone.
I got it. Isabella, we have her going in number 4. So
That's
she's a for the four. She's a the UTRGV commit from Mercedes. 5'7" is the
yeah,
mark in the high jump. Top qualifiers 5'10", which is an amazing jump.
yes.
5'10" even in college will do pretty well. She from Alito. Then you have Taryn Washington from Georgetown jumping 5'9", and then Avery Bostic from Cedar Park jumping 5'8". So she's coming in ranked number 4. So I mean, she's in the mix,
Yeah.
right? In the mix to do it. You mentioned one name. I guess we can move to next is Diego. So Diego Torres from Los Fresnos, coming back from an injury from
Yeah.
football, right? And
Yes.
he's a junior, right? I want to make sure because
Yes.
I read
He's in
somewhere
11th grade.
senior, and
He's a
I don't
junior.
think he's a senior. He's a junior, correct?
Yes, he's a junior. He'll be back next season.
What do you like about Diego? Talk about him.
Oh man, that kid is a competitor, and what I really like about him is that he's humble.
Oh
He's
yeah.
humble. He's a yes sir, thank you sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am. I admire that about him. He's humble and he's hungry. For him to come back off an injury that bad, that shows a lot. That shows a lot. That shows a lot of determination. So somebody like that could be dangerous. Not dangerous like dangerous in a good way. Like hey,
In a good way.
yeah, you better
Nah, I
watch
get
out,
it.
man. This
I
kid
mean,
is
he ran a
hungry.
10.56. Is that the regional mark that he ran? I believe that was it, right? 10.60 or 10.56. One of
He
those
ran
is his mark.
He ran a 10.6 at the regional meet, but his best time of the season, I believe, is a 10.51 or 10.56.
Is that what it is?
Um, I think so. I mean, I don't have the mile split up right now. I'm on my phone, but he ran pretty fast this season. He's number one. He's
Now,
number one in the valley.
when I moved here, we had Jose Garcia, I believe, from Harlingen that
Oh
ran
yes,
9.93, I believe,
Ye-
if I
yes,
remember right.
yes. That was at state. It was wind aided, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
Insane.
for you to run that period, like you could say, like, hey, I ran a 9.9. Like that's what the pros run.
Yeah, that's a huge one. So, what do you think Diego's ceiling? Are we looking at him? He's a junior, right? I mean, I most selfishly would like him to concentrate on track. I know the football, coaches probably don't want to hear that, right? Because he's a big time football
He,
player.
he,
What are you thinking
he's
for him
a
as far as his ceiling?
he's a great football player, and like I said, like if he hadn't suffered that injury, he would have been that much better. So for him to come off injury and be this good at the point in time of his high school career that he is right now, if everything goes good during football season and he's healthy coming track season, yeah, he's gonna hit some good numbers. He's gonna hit some good numbers and he's gonna be looking good. I'm excited for Diego. I can't wait to see what he brings the next track season.
And then we talked about the Morales brothers a little bit. Let's talk about the McAllen relay team, and talk
Oh,
about what they have because they qualified in the 4x1, and quote me if I'm wrong, the 4x2 and the 4x4. So,
yes.
and you said they won not one, two, three regionals. So, how special is that? And talk about that with me if you can.
Yes. Okay. So no no Valley team ever since 1970 had scratched the surface of winning regionals. So the last time regionals was won was 1970. Well, 3 years ago,
Wow.
McAllen High beat Smithson Valley for their first regional title, and the first regional title since the 1970s. They beat Smithson Valley by 1 point, by 1 point, and it all came down to the
The
four by
four by
four at the
four.
very end.
I was gonna
Yes,
say it always comes down to the four by
it,
four.
it came down to the four by four. And then they went ahead and repeated the next year. They won comfortably by 20 points. And then they did it again this year. This year, nobody thought, they were like, nah, they're not going to be able to do it. McAllen High Lady Bulldogs, they were weak in the field events. We lost our good jumpers and pole vaulters and shot putters, and a lot of our kids graduated. So
Right.
a lot of the underclassmen coming in, they worked hard, they did good, but they just needed to develop just a little bit more, and that served them good because next year they're going to be much stronger in the field events. But they came in this regional meet, and everybody had them down and out, but they pulled it off. And the reason they pulled them off is because of all three relay teams.
That's
They
huge.
got
It's 30
they got
points.
yes, no, 60 points.
Oh,
It's
it's 20 points per relay?
20 points per relay.
What the heck? That I
Yes.
thought it was 10.
No, no, no. It was 20 points per relay. So that really put them over the top. Now, the Mackay girls, the 4x1 team, they hold the fastest 4x1 team in Valley history. They're the all-time greatest in the 4x1. They're the all-time greatest in the 4x2. As a matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, McAllen High has 9 records, all but one, all-time Valley best, all but one. It's the 4x4. The 4x4 belongs to Westlaco, I believe.
Hmm.
The lady Panthers. By I'm talking about a tenth, not even a tenth of a second. I think it's like a thousandth of a second. They have the best time in the valley. But um, this this group of girls, I mean, they put it together. They've been together for a while, and they're the best. They're the best in the land right now in South Texas, from Austin to the RGV, from Laredo to Corpus Christi. McAllen High Lady Bulldogs are number one in the relays. They're untouched.
Very impressive. 4x1. I have, and this maybe make sure I have this right. 4x1, they're qualifying at 47.9. Does that sound right?
Yes, and that's not
Okay.
their best time, but that's what
That's
they're
what they
qualifying.
qualified at, right? 4 by
Hmm.
2, I have it at 140.55.
Yes, not their best time, but that's what they qualified it.
Yep. And then the 4 by 4, 354.38. Out of those three relays, which one do you feel like they have the best chance to make some noise in?
um, if things go their way and they run their time that they did previously in their, man, I forgot what, they have a great chance in the 4x2 and the 4x4. Those
Okay.
are their best. Those are their best chances right there. This year they got good lanes. They got lane 6. The previous years they got lane
That's a good
9.
lane. I like lane
Yeah,
6.
yeah. So they got lane 6. So that could help them out. I mean, anything could happen. I was in training right now, and I was with one of the athletes I trained, Stormy Walker, and we were watching the 4A and 1A 4x2. And the two teams that were supposed to be dominating the race, they looked good up until the third leg. One of the girls was rounding the track, and she hyperextended her leg, and they were in first place.
Oh,
So
wow.
she fell like, oh, pobrecita. I mean, she fell,
Mhm.
and so then coming to the last leg, for the handoff, the other girls that were in first place, they fumbled the baton, and they passed the exchange zone, and they were disqualified. So that left the rest of the field in there to win. A team that was going in fifth place, I think, won first place. So anything could
Wow.
happen. Anything could happen.
Well, we got a comment from Patsy Cruz. It says here, 1A track and field, Naleli Flores, only a freshman at San Isidro High School, will compete in
Yeah.
the 400 and the 800-meter races. Naleli leads the state uh, with the best time in the 800 with the 2:19, which is a very, very good time. She won both events at the Region 4 1A state championship, Region 4 championship is Seguin. So Naleli, a freshman, amazing job. You have any information on that, Noed?
Yes. She's one. She's one of two kids in the RGV that are running in two events, and that's amazing
Mm.
to qualify in two events. I believe the other one is Anthony Morales. He's doing the 16 and 3200, but Yaneli Na it's with an N. Na Yaneli Flores. Well, I'm gonna call her Flores. That's amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment. It's 1A, but you're going in as a top dog. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah,
amazing.
she's
That
a
that kid
top
has a
qualifier in the state
yeah.
right now with that
She has a
time. And
bright future.
the second qualifying time is 3 seconds behind her. So that just
Yes,
shows you how quality of a time it is. So we're excited for her. Excited. Thanks, Patsy, for pointing it out. I know we had our notes on her. So
thank you,
really,
Patrick.
really cool to see that. It says Yolanda Rivas Clifton says, that's our girl. I like your name, Rivas. That's my last name. So thank you, Yolanda. So if you know any Los Fresnos Rivases, that's us right here. That's my family. So cool. Well, let's see what else we got here. Um, I mean, we talked about really looking at the different athletes. How about the men's 4x4 team? I mean, 315 is no joke. That's moving from McAllen. I have
Yes,
them qualifying at, let's see, I had it up here. Where's it at? I think they're one of the top six seeds, right?
McAllen holds the Valley record in the 4x4.
I know that Mishak had that before. We got to talk to him about that.
Yes, actually, what's amazing about that is I think his nephew. I want to say his nephew was on the team that broke that 4x4 record in the Valley.
Oh, really?
Yes, ain't that something? That's awesome. I remember
That's
watching.
a beautiful thing.
If I'm not mistaken, the Mishak's nephew is on the team that broke the record.
Wow. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
gonna try to get him on, but he's training with Pure Speed Training. He had
Yes.
some training going on. So he's obviously another good last name, Rivas, right? So for me, definitely a fan. But he's a really cool guy. Been really cool with me, and I was texting with him earlier and we're trying to see if we can get him on. But we'll definitely have him on. He's a big Houston Texans guy. So the
Yeah, he
Texans play
is.
against the Cowboys. So we're gonna have him on
Yeah.
to talk some football after. But man, a 315 4x4 and the top time is 309.
Oof,
That
that's a big
is
difference.
that is moving by Lancaster. So
Yeah.
309 to get that, really looking at it is crazy. See here. Banger podcast, Stormy Walker. Love that. Thank you for that. Any other
Oh yeah,
young
that's
ones that
it.
you have?
What's up,
Stormy?
Stormy?
Okay.
Yeah, Stormy. Stormy
Oh,
Walker.
you mentioned earlier the 200-meter runner, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Man, he had there was I think it was in Sherland. It was during I think it's called the Bob Stark relays. He had, man, I wish I could have sent you that video. He had an amazing run in the 4x4. He literally made up, I want to say, 45, 50 meters on McAllen to get one of those photo finishes at the end, man. It was one of those exciting races that you'll never forget. I have it up on Facebook. It has a lot of views on it, and and a lot of comments. But if you ever get a chance, go to my Facebook and you can see that race, the 4x4 race. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was looking at all your stuff. I've been on looking at it. I like the interviews you do after the meet. So I know you said
Yeah.
that a lot of times when you're there, you see a lot of kids and you do interviews. So if you want to see some post competition interviews, STX Running Chronicles has it all. So really something cool for you guys to look at. I'm going to close it out with some rapid fire questions, right? And we talked a lot about this already, so it might not even be new. What's the young athlete that didn't make state this year that you think is going to be the future of the Valley that you can think of right now?
Well, if you don't mind me just extending that just a little bit,
Yeah, go ahead.
there's several kids right now that are that are starting to shine. They're real impressive. On the girl side, from McAllen Memorial, you got Cameron Mejia. She's gonna be raising some eyebrows. She's doing really good. She trains really hard. There's another one from Harlingen South. Oh my gosh, she just made it in a wild card position. Oh man, I can't believe Sophia Galan. She's gonna be raising some eyebrows as well in the 800 meters. Sophia Simpson from McAllen High.
Simpson.
And yes, on the guys side, well, you have Stormy Walker in the 200 meters.
Hmm.
There's another gentleman, Ruben from PSJ Southwest, or not Southwest, Memorial, I believe.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't believe I forgot. In the 200 meters, of course, Diego, and there's one more female athlete. She happens to be from McAllen High as well. She only ran 3 meets because
Oh.
she was dealing with injury, and she's a hurdler, and she's actually on the 4x4 team. Amelia Humphreys from McAllen High. She actually beat out Isabella Parker in the regional meet in the 300-meter hurdles.
Oh wow.
Um, yes, she's a freshman, and I believe if she would have been at top shape, that she would have been right up there with Isabella Parker, representing the Valley. If not, at the state meet as a freshman, and she's a great long jumper as well. I believe when she starts jumping again, she's gonna break the McAllen High record probably in her first meet, and she's gonna be contending for the Valley record itself. Man, that little girl's amazing. On the guy side, there's also they happen to be another one happens to be from McAllen High as well. Oh, I forgot his name. I want to say, and I saw him today. He's a
It's
distance
okay.
he's a distance runner, and
Mhm.
he's gonna be. There's a couple of them distance runners, but those are the ones that catch my eye that you guys need to look out for.
Yeah, they. I know you follow the recruiting part of it also, and
Yep.
that's something that we look at a lot at DITV is trying to celebrate kids from the valley that are able to make the next step because a lot of people have this thought that our athletes are not going to the next level, and it's wrong to me. It's
Uh-huh.
wrong in theory. It's wrong in fact. It's wrong in everything. So, if you can highlight some of the athletes that you know of offhand that are going and signed to the next level that everybody should know about. I know you had obviously Angels with SFA. We had Hector Resendez with SFA also. Who else do you know of that's signed to go to college?
Okay, Anthony Morales and Armando Morales, they signed with TCU, Division One, Big
The La
12.
Feria guys.
Yes,
Oh, that's huge.
that is huge. Division One.
Yeah.
Um, you have several kids. My daughter Sofia Flores is going to be signing on the 21st with UTSA,
All
Division One
right.
American Conference.
I'll give you my
Um,
my daughter's number so they can clock in. That UTSA. Tell her not to. The University Oaks was a tough place. The Dorman and UTSA. So stay away from University Oaks. A little rough. The water didn't work a couple weeks. So that's my only advice.
oh man, yeah, no, yeah, I'll let her know.
Yeah, no,
There's
she's good.
there's several kids. We had some kids from Sharyland Pioneer going to OLLU. You have a couple of other kids from McAllen High going to um, uh, Kingsville. Um,
Okay.
you have, like you said, that other kid that going to Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah.
Um, two going to Stephen F. Austin. There's a whole bunch of them. I wish I had access to my phone at the moment, and I could literally tell you all of them. But if you go to my page, I literally post them on my story
Yeah.
daily.
That's the cool part.
The minute they sign or the minute they're committed, I give them their spotlight. They deserve it, man, and they deserve to get recognized. So if you're watching right now and you want to see who's been signing and who's going to sign or who's committed, just go on my story and you'll see everything there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna repost all your stuff now. So I'll wait till you do it, and I'll just look over and do that. So Yolanda Rivas Clifton, we are related. Who Yolanda? Is that my cousin? Gotta find out who that is. Clifton? I don't know. Clifton. We'll see. Anything else you want to go over before we close out, Noah?
Well, once the state meet finishes, I'm gonna post all the Valley top 10 and every single event like I always do. So once the like just in case if anything changes, like if
Yeah.
Angel or if anybody PRs, like so once the statement is over, keep a lookout for my rankings, Valley's top best runners for the season, and then something else. Summer track is coming up, so I'm gonna be
Coming up.
covering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be covering the summer track circuit, the TAP circuit, and the AAU circuit. So I'll be out there. I'll be out there interviewing some kids, and this is the chance where I get some of the little ones in there. I mostly cover high school.
That's fun.
Yeah, I mostly cover high school, and the little ones as they come up and they get into high school, and then I'll start covering them. But the track, summer track, and there's a lot of. I encourage all these kids out there, or parents that are watching, or kids that are watching. If you want to get better, go run some summer track. You might not
Yeah.
get the best times because it's pretty hot out there, and you don't get too many PRs or broken records. But you're out there, you're working on your mechanics, you're
Hmm.
getting ready for the next season. You're keeping your muscles moving. You're doing something. You're staying active. So I encourage everybody out there, join your local track team, whether it's a club team or whether it's a city league. Team Edinburgh or Team Westaco, Rio Grande City. Oh yes, real quick, another athlete from Rio Grande City, Natalie. She runs the 100 and the 400-meter dash.
Hmm.
So she's another one to look out for. But yeah, everybody, join your summer track league and go out there and put in some work.
Yeah, they had the Texas Games here recently. I mean, a year ago or two that we had it here
Two,
in Brownsville, right? 2 years ago.
2 years ago, it was in Bronzeville. Right now,
That was a
they
muddy
do it.
one. Wasn't it all muddy? I think my feet got all muddy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was
There
crazy.
was a rain had come in the night before, and it was like a mud fest. But this year, last year and this year are at Texas A&M, Bryan, Texas.
Yeah, that's where it was. I wanted to give a shout out to my nephew Logan Valdez. He's a shot putter, discus thrower. Went to Sotomayor High School in San Antonio, but last year in eighth grade he won the national championship in a discus. He
Oh,
threw
that's right.
191 feet in the discus, and then he threw the shot 56 flat as an eighth grader. And
That's
then this
amazing.
year he ended up throwing 49.11 as a freshman and 152, I believe, in the discus, which are good marks for a
Those are
freshman.
those are pretty good marks. That's one thing I have a hard time while I'm covering the running events. I'm a one man. I wish I had a staff. I wish I had money to pay them so they can get the throwing. But shout out to South Texas Throwing. Follow
Oh
their
yeah,
page.
they're awesome.
Just follow their page, and they got most. I get
Yes,
most of my throwing information from him. Like I'll repost his information because he covers the throwing. So when I can, I get on his page and I highlight their throwers. So if you're a thrower, make sure to follow them. It's South Texas Throwing, right? Am I correct?
I have it on my Facebook, but you're right. He does a really good job. I get a lot of my stuff from him too. But yeah, he does all the he'll give all the events. He also will do when they sign to college. He's really active on that. So I'm gonna hit him up. Maybe we can have him on because I'm a big thrower. Obviously, I was a thrower
Yes,
in high
sir.
school and college. So that would be kind of cool to be able to get him on. So other than that, I think we're good. I appreciate you coming on. Do you have another thing to go over?
Yes, real quick. I mean,
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
to just to shout out these kids, man. So we had a whole bunch of kids, making it to state. If I can just name them out real quick,
Do
if you
it.
don't mind.
Absolutely. This is what we're here for.
We got Diego Torres from Los Fresnos running the 100 meters. Angel Rodriguez from Cheyenne Pioneer doing the long jump. Isabella Parker, Mercedes doing the high jump. Nathan Salinas, Sherland High doing the 1600 meters. Mauricio Garza from Sherland High doing the hurdles.
Hmm.
You got Leila Lopez Castillo from McAllen Memorial doing the high jump. Alexander Nava wants to go east, 3,200 meters. Jessica De Leon, there we go, from Harlingen South, doing the 3,200 meters. The Mackay girls relays, the 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, which consists of Vanessa Rocha, um, Eklund Vaden, Sofia Flores, Eva Barreda, Yaneli, uh, Yaneli Rocha,
Hmm.
and Emilia Humphreys. And then we got Anthony Morales from La Feria and his brother Armando Morales from La Feria competing in state. This is one we didn't mention. Angel Cantu from Vanguard Mozart, 3-8
Oh
discus.
yes, he got.
Yeah.
They actually he got. He
Seventh place, I
competed
believe.
today.
Yeah, he
He
got
got
seventh
seventh
place.
place. He threw 158.
Yep, we got Joel Medina from Rio Hondo in the long jump. I think he got eighth place. He competed
Hmm.
today. And then, of course, I said it right, Nayeli Flores from San Isidro in the 400 and 800 meters. And then we have Taps. Taps already competed in state, which is St. Joseph State.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah. I had them
uh,
too.
from Bronzeville, we have Olivia Woods. She won the title 5A taps. She's the discus back to back state champion, and so
Nice.
she got it her last year and this year. We got a Grace Cohen. I'm sorry, in the pole vault. She got second place. She got the silver medal in state, and then we got the boys. We got Starkey. Wright Starkey, he did the
Yep.
discus and he
Yep.
came in first
Yep.
place. So they're state champions. St. Joseph has two state champions and one runner up. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just
Congratulations.
wanted to
That's
make sure
huge.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure I gave these kids all their flowers, and that way they get recognized.
For sure. And if any of you guys have signed to go to college, if you're seniors out there, please reach out to us. We would love to interview you. I've done, I think, eight so far interviews with athletes from the Valley that have signed to college. A girls wrestler I interviewed, a basketball player, girls, football. We're doing a golfer Sunday. I'm interviewing Maui Solar on Sunday as a golfer. I interviewed a basketball player, Justin Salazar. We're doing as much as we can to push the narrative that our kids are going to college, right? Our kids are being celebrated. Our kids are doing a really good job. I've said it on multiple shows where these are the future leaders of the Valley, and they're going out there, going outside of the Valley to get their education. So we want to celebrate them one last time while they're in high school because I've been to college and I was a shot putter in college, and it changes. Things
Hmm.
change. It's not high school anymore. The attention is different when you get to college. So if you have signed to college, please reach out to us. We would love to interview 15 minutes just to tell your story, talk about it, let your family see you on camera, something you can put on the internet. So later on in life, 10 years from now, you're able to see this and be proud of it, right? And you can be old like me and say, hey, I used to do this, I used to do that. And then you can show on TV, look at me, right? So
Yeah.
we definitely want to keep that up and enjoy that. And I want to say thank you to you, man. I mean, I reached out to you on a whim. I didn't know if you would respond to me, but I really enjoyed this because I'm a track and field person, right? So I'm gonna try to find tomorrow. I can find a way to watch it if I can. I might have to pay some money, but I think I might do it because I want to see these athletes compete, and I
I'll,
want to
I'll
be able to find out.
I'll be there for some races. I'll be putting some up on my story.
Perfect. Well, to close out, thank you. Thank you for, I think we had about 70 people total join to watch the live show, which to me, it's a grateful if it's just one person watches this, right? And their families are able to celebrate if it's two more, but it looks like we had about 70 people watch the live show, and we do it it's live every Sunday. So if you're looking for content from the Valley, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. DITV does it. This week, we have offensive lineman Gannon Lower from UTRGV set up. Next week, I already have the junior college coach from Southwestern Junior College, Oscar Rodriguez, already signed up to talk about JC. I have a basketball player, women's basketball player that committed. I have her
Oh,
coming
okay.
on. So we have a lot of people that come on and talk about their stories. So if you're looking for that type of content, one, STX Running Chronicles, you definitely want to follow them. And if you can, follow Down in the Valley Sports, DITVsports.com, and we'll just continue to give good information about our kids and celebrate them the way I think it should be. So thanks everybody for joining. Noah, any last words?
Everybody, hey, stay tuned. South Texas Running Chronicles, stay tuned for when cross country starts. Maybe we can get a pre cross country show going.
Let's do it. I'm ready, man.
So,
Whenever anything I can do to support, just let me know. This is not for me. This is not about for money. This is all about celebrating the kids. So if we need to get some of the kids on to celebrate them, maybe we can have them on. Or next week on Wednesday we can jump on and celebrate the state meet if you like. I'm Thursday. Just let me know. We'll do it.
sure, that sounds good to me. Thank you for the opportunity, to put out some information out there about the track world down here in the valley and how it's improving. And it's only going to get better. I guarantee you that. These kids are getting faster every year.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. No, I'll stay on to talk a little bit, but we'll go ahead and cut it. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody joining, and you guys have a good night. Let's go.